Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5. And in the last part, we went on our celebratory kind of dinner after defeating, after Kamoshida had his change of heart. And so in this part, my apologies. So in this part, we're going to be we're going to be finishing off this last little event here. We should both help. Oh, you bitch. Time to eat a load of food. Feels like no matter how much food we have stays the same. I do love this actually. Although the food does look really nice, I will say that. Managed it. My belt feels multiple sizes too small. I've been there. I've been there a few times. Just a bit. No, thank you. And bugger off. My apologies. My throat's acting up a little bit. Please carry me gently. Ah, fuck you.
Wait.
Elegant woman and a wealthy man. Oh, what good descriptors. Hey, fuck you, dude. Yeah, Ryuji. Kick his ass. Okay then. It's time to find me a toilet. I've got a bath. I never noticed that before. It's got like 777 on the back of his the back of his jacket. I don't know what that's about.
Big about eating until you puked, but you really did puke. Are you some kind of moron?
Yes, Morgana. As we'll find out later on in the game, he is very much a moron.
We came up to get here, so it has to be on a lower floor, right?
One would assume. Yeah. Hi.
Not yet.
Look at that bull fuck.
It's not something you should be concerned with.
You can tell, you can tell it's going to be a major part of the story. Look at that. You know, you can tell. Look at that design. It's so much more different from the rest of the,
We're in a hurry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
I love that. Ryuji's got a point.
Have they started a daycare?
What?
Fuck you, dude. What a prick.
I know.
My apologies. Distinguished man.
Don't bother with it.
Hey. Fucking asshole. Oh my god. Recognition is coming.
What the hell was with that bossy guy?
Shouldn't we head back down?
Yeah, but that
Come on then.
pissed me off. He wasn't even hiding the fact that he looks down on everyone.
Don't lose
Yep,
your
he's an asshole, Ryuji. You'll find that out later on.
Shitty adults like that.
That man's voice. So yeah, this is pretty much it's pretty much confirmation at this point that he is the guy who
That's just gonna make me worry more.
weirdly enough, the guy who sent it, who
barely eats well.
reported
I'm
us to the
gonna
police and
dump
got us
That's Sir bullshit.
put on parole, got us stuck here in this part of the woods. So yeah, you can tell that he's gonna. It's kind of interesting how he kind of
Took you so long.
falls in and has a bigger part than normal.
Sorry. I had a
You know,
run-in with some woman a second
Kind of interesting that we just run
bumped
into
me
get involved with all this shit all the time. It just sort of shit seems to just fall into our lap in this game.
But
Pardon.
restaurant workers all looked at me with this disapproving expression.
Once again, just kind of
I wonder if I
pushing
was
the narrative of, you know, adults are kind of shitty and they treat you know, kids like shit, really.
Anyone with a strong, distorted desire.
Same for them having a change of heart if their treasure gets stolen.
That would be the case.
Why are you bringing
Okay.
this up all of a sudden?
We had trouble earlier too. These selfish shitheads who just look down on everyone else. I was just wondering if we'd be able to change those kinds of people too.
You mean you want to
Not really.
Phantom Thieves?
I've been thinking. We put a lot of
He
work
does.
into changing Kamoshida's heart.
Ryuji's pretty much the one who pushes this Phantom Thieves thing and kind of, you know, is the main reason, you know, at least early on, is the main reason why, you know, why we end up keeping this thing going.
Ignore people who are
He's
in
the major
trouble.
force behind it,
I'd
really,
go
early
back to
on.
being the same as I was before.
Well, that's true. You're under my tutelage. There's nothing we can't accomplish as Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, you've done a great job so far,
We'll help
Morgana.
them out.
I didn't even think of such a possibility. It was true that with that power, we may be able to do some
That means
good.
We'll have to fight shadows again, doesn't it?
Indeed. That can't be avoided.
Piece of piss.
We'll manage.
Be able to do that, no problem.
Right?
I apologize.
Even if you guys are still just fledglings, this means we're an actual organization now.
Fledglings.
So to speak.
That's actually pretty fitting for us.
All right, it's settled.
And I love the music in the background here. It's so nice and, you know, it's just so uplifting.
You okay being our leader?
Kind of,
No objections here.
you know, just the start of something big kind of feel to the music, which I kind of like.
Lady An made the recommendation, so I'll allow it.
Well,
Wait, you're saying this? You're a fucking cat. Take my orders.
the real name would be cooler.
Ooh, I've got it. I want it to be something both cute and luxurious sounding. Let me see.
They both come up with really shitty ideas from what I remember.
Diamonds.
Getting the real little league
Nope.
baseball feel from it.
Well then, here's my suggestion. How about Tilefish Poilet?
Tile.
What the fuck?
That's what I ate earlier.
That was my reaction.
It is now.
Oh no, you idiot!
I just love Ryuji and Morgana going back and forth with that shit. Happens a lot. Furthermore, please don't answer name that we consider fit. Yeah, you can't answer if it. I think I just stick with the regular one. Yeah, I'm just like, fuck it. Let's be unoriginal and just call ourselves the Phantoms.
Not at all.
A good name. For a rookie.
Hey, fuck you, bitch.
Well, now that the name's
Let's
set,
go for that then.
who's our next target?
There are tons of rotten
Ah,
things
that won't be for a little while. We won't be finding out who our next target is for a little bit. Well, we'll find that in the game
Something along those
fairly
lines.
soon,
We've
but
got this bigwig, it's gotta get
in
on.
terms of in-game getting going on the second person in question, that's going to be a little while yet.
For you, Ryuji.
True.
Morgana is so awesome. I love Morgana and Ryuji just going back and forth.
I don't really like the idea of just picking someone out of the blue, though.
They're just entertaining to
Let's narrow it down to someone
hear go back and forth pretty much.
So we need a big wig we decide on unanimously.
I like that unanimous
Sounds like a
decision
plan.
part. It's like we're making some kind of pact.
Now then, This is the official formation of the Phantom Thieves organization.
Oh no!
Morgana's talking a fair lot.
Time for the buffet ran out.
I guess we'll
Seriously, Anne,
talk more tomorrow.
could you eat anything else after all that shit? Seriously. So there we go. That's our celebration out of the way, and we're moving on to the second, to our second target now. The second part of the game.
Another world in which people's
Hi, Sai.
distorted
How are you?
cognitions take shape, stealing treasure to change hearts, and on top of that,
It's all true, I tells you.
powerful demons.
I'm not high. I promise.
Honestly speaking, that all sounds absurd. It's hard to believe. this is
Yeah,
business.
true.
Still, it can't be considered nonsense when parts of it align with Kamoshida's confession. The same goes for the testimonies of the officers who arrested you. But so
I
be
guess
it.
so. It's still a bit over the top and a bit daft. As if she'd, you know, give this any credit at all at this point. I'm going to be quiet now.
Very well. I'll leave it at
Quiet
that.
time.
Let's continue on. There are many more events that I must inquire on. Lies and false accounts are eventually exposed. The next to receive a calling card was this individual, a master of Japanese arts, Ichiryusai Madarame. More
Madarame.
incomprehensible than Kamoshida as to why this man was
Yeah,
targeted.
this guy,
Where did you come to know him? And how did you learn of his
once we
crimes?
find out about his crimes, I won't
Start by
spoil it
telling me
now,
what you all schemed.
but, with his crimes, it seems less bad than the Kamoshida stuff. But once you find out fully about what he did, it basically makes it, I think, like 10 times fucking worse. Well, not worse, but on a similar level to what was done with Kamoshida. So they actually do a good job of making the first three kind of genuinely people who you want to see get their comeuppance, which is kind of a good thing. So anyway, this is talk about the this is about the Phantom Thief website, and about how people are basically 6% behind. 6% of the people behind us at the moment. It's time to go to bed. There was a cut there because I thought it didn't need to be, really. I didn't think there was going to be another event here, but we're going back into the dream world to talk to Igor as well as our two prison guards here. Time to talk to these assholes again.
Begin by congratulating you.
To think our master would
I do love his
have
voice. It's so good.
You better treasure this moment, inmate.
You have
Alright,
found
Caroline, fuck.
allies who share your aesthetics.
Don't go nuts.
You have found your place in reality. The time has come. Your rehabilitation will soon begin.
I assumed that my rehabilitation had already started with the Kamoshida stuff.
Just shut up and listen, inmate.
You have a
For God's sake, Caroline,
potential.
don't be such a bitch.
That must be refined into a useful power. It is weak now.
I'm still debating whether or not to do the optional boss, super boss, you know.
Strength to stand against.
Because you have an optional super boss fight between Caroline and Justine if you go into Mementos, which I think they'll be showing off pretty soon. Which is basically a dungeon that you can go through to grind and do side stuff in and that kind of thing. But anyway, if you talk to Caroline and Justine in the entranceway to that, you can actually start a super boss with them on New Game. I think it's only on New Game Plus.
We have words of wisdom
But they are really fucking tough. So I'm considering doing it once I've beaten the third section of the game. Maybe when I'm halfway through the game, pretty much I'll give it a go. But I've never tried it, never beaten it. So
Thanks to the contracts
Okay.
you formed, your heart is steadily gaining the power of opposition. It seems the rehabilitation is going well. This
I thought you said the rehabilitation hadn't started yet, dude.
shall grant you an ability.
Stop contradicting yourself, you bitch.
Consider it a gift. May the
Thank you.
devotion to your rehabilitation grow even deeper. I have high
Even
hopes.
deeper. I love his voice, it's so good. Have we already started the social? Yeah, we have.
All right.
So now we have our persona stock. The amount of personas we can carry is 8 now.
Has come.
We can carry up to 8 personas at once, which is any one time, which is
Contact is inmate.
it's it's a nice little thing. And this is pretty much telling you, yeah, you've got to do your social links to basically deepen your relationships with the other characters in the game, but also to boost your stats and to be able to create more powerful personas of the different arcana. How many arcana? I think there's 13 arcana. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah. So now it's telling you about the Big Bang Burger thing. Basically, at night you can go to Big Bang Burger, take the challenge, and that will increase your guts. So if you want to increase, quite literally, but if you want to increase your guts stat, then Big Bang Burger challenge is a good way of doing that because it doesn't cost a lot of money to do. And it's relatively short, it doesn't take too long, so it's pretty useful, I would say. Yeah, and this starts happening as well, where you have like the teachers kind of showing that they're having a hard time dealing with the Kamoshida stuff. It's just nice that they don't just, like, as soon as the Kamoshida part of the game is done, they don't just completely drop it. It's kind of there in the background the whole time. Love this music. Oh my god, the Persona 5 soundtrack's so good. I just wish it was cheaper on Amazon. It's like 60 quid. I can't afford that yet. Anyway, knowledge. In fact, the only thing we need to max out now is guts, but that isn't going to happen for a long time. I've only just, in the last recording session I did for Persona 5, which is at the start of the third person, the third person you have to have a change of heart with. At the start of that, I've finally maxed out my guts. It took a fucking long time.
Shida's heart? I wonder if it's true. It's gotta be made up. Do you seriously believe they exist? But look what happened to Shida.
Have some belief.
Just couldn't keep hiding after that girl tried to kill herself. Yeah, you might be right. I guess there's no way that
So
really
callous.
exists. Most importantly,
After that girl.
seriously sucks that our school is going to be known for stuff like this. I wonder if it'll affect our college.
A little bit.
admissions.
Oh, think about yourself there, you
That's probably a normal reaction for now, but they'll see
greedy
soon
bitch.
enough. If we take care of 2 or 3
Self-centered
guys,
bitch.
people have to believe we exist.
So about those big shots, we don't have any leads yet.
So yeah, this is pretty much how it kind of starts off being for now, is that Ryuji's kind of thing is he wants the Phantom Thieves to become, a really big deal and for people to believe in that the Phantom Thieves exist, and
And I'll try to
he becomes a bit of a liability later on, to say the least.
Thieves group, but we can't even find a target.
there.
I guess
And I think,
sometimes
yeah,
it's
the finding a target thing, finding a target big enough is another, I think, it's justification for why you have the downtime in between,
Did you wish to see me, Principal Kobayakawa?
you have why you have the downtime between each individual case.
It's as if his personality has completely changed.
But
Something is definitely
we finally meet a new party member, or a future party member. This is Makoto. And so this is pretty much how she gets introduced into it. She's not going to be brought in for quite a long time, actually. It's going to be a long time before she fully gets involved in this. But this is kind of the introduction of her, kind of the principal kind of telling her, you know, he wants her to investigate
Those phantom thieves?
the Phantom Thieves and kind of find out what's going on with it, basically. So it's a reason why she kind of gets dragged into it, basically.
Oh,
I will continue speaking to Mr. Kamoshida myself. Unless you find whomever did this, these irresponsible rumors will likely never die down. Don't you agree? You have been at the
Alright, Fisk. Whatever you want, lad.
Your conduct is good, and teachers favor you. I could write you a recommendation.
Goody goody two shoes.
College of your choosing, Makoto Nijima.
thank you.
Your
And that's also another big reason why she's a part of the game as well. Why she's going to become a big part later on.
prosecutor's office. No?
She's the younger sister of the investigator who we're talking to in the real world Sai. So it's interesting.
It's no wonder you're our student council president. I'd appreciate if you'd look into this as soon as possible. I ask that you begin at once.
Pretty much
Yes.
blackmailing her into doing this. Well, not blackmailing her, but kind of coercing her to do what he wants. Never learns a fucking thing, do they?
Sir, my apologies for troubling you at such a busy time. Yes, it's about the matter we discussed earlier. I have all bases covered. The investigation will begin
Yeah,
immediately.
and pretty much this is another
Of
little
course. Yes, I will get
another
the
way of showing that this is there's a lot of people involved
Thank you very much
in
for
this
your time.
thing, and that that even the principal of the school was part of this. Not good. More texting in class. We are really dumb. Yeah, at this point, Anne kind of brought it up there. Hope they find out that we're not responsible, but how would they be able to? That's kind of the, a good point. How could they possibly work it out that they went into somebody's, palace and kind of changed the way that and changed them from stealing the treasure in their palace. They're never going to be able to find out that way. You know what I mean? So it becomes a non-issue right now.
Hey, have you seen that Phantom Aficionado website? I'm the one
Hey,
who
Mishima,
started it.
how are you, lad? What the fuck?
You guys are the Phantom Thieves, aren't you? Sorry.
Wherever we give you that idea, that's insane.
Oh, if things really
You're off your
go
head.
as I think I should keep it a secret.
You better keep it a secret, you little bitch.
Horrible things to you guys. This isn't much of a way for me to apologize for it. But if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
So yeah, that's sorry. This is the start of a
That's all I need to say.
sorry. This is the start of a novel social link. Mishima's a pretty good social link to
I'm
have.
sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. They can't
He's a
just say
pretty
it's
useful one
That's
to
why I wanted to make
max
it more
out, because with Mishima's social link, once you max that one out, you get basically all the party members when you enter a battle and you win a battle, the experience points that you get from that battle get shared amongst everybody in your party, even amongst the members of your party which aren't in the battle. So everybody gets leveled up pretty much equally, even if you don't really use other characters that much. Really makes it useful for me, because I like to stick to 4 for the majority of the game. So it's nice that you can leave them out, leave characters out, and still have them upgrade. You know, still have them level up relatively at relatively the same pace as everybody else. It's pretty useful. And as we're on New Game Plus, as soon as we start Mishima's social link, like now, we are going to get the benefit of the max of as if Mishima's social link is fully maxed. So that means we start getting everybody getting experience points, even if they're not in the battle right away. So it's pretty fucking useful. I love it. It's a really useful one to do. Mishima as well also gives you a load of side quest stuff. And boom, there you go. Backup members now learn, and as it goes through, it's like you learn some experience points, learn half XP, and then full XP from battles. So, really useful, man. It's well worth 100% in his social link. His social link is actually pretty interesting as well. From his character development, it's pretty interesting too.
You seem to be playing it cool.
I guess we should have a little chat.
I hope.
I will say though, a forum where people can post problems may prove unexpectedly useful.
Anyways, we gotta get looking for a new target.
Yeah, because the Phantom Aficionado website is pretty much where the majority of where we get the majority of our targets, where we get all of our targets actually, from. Apart from one, actually, we don't get one. Oh, exam. Back to normal school stuff.
Not like you're any better. All you're good at is English.
I'd rather that than be bad at every subject.
Even
Good
your
point.
Japanese is questionable
Good
at
comeback.
best, Ryuji.
What's questionable is whether you're really even a human.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Let's discuss with our fists.
Bring it.
Will you two stop it?
Cat can't even make a fist, can it? That would be a... Oh, they should have done that once. Just have Ryuji beat the shit out of Morgana. So yeah, this is pretty much telling you that now you can do social link stuff. You can do social link stuff, and you can do side quests, going into mementos, that kind of thing. So basically, at this point now, you can start off Ann's social link. And the big thing with her social link is, to start off, you have to be at level... Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Sorry. You have to be at level 2 kindness in order to start her social link off. But as we've maxed out, we're at New Game Plus, I've maxed out my kindness. So that means we can talk. Also, the line that she gave there about she feels like she's being followed, that is going to be directly related to the Madarame stuff we've got coming up later. That's it. So that's kind of an early little thing of something's going on with her, which is going to lead into the next it's going to lead into the Madarame stuff, the next target we've got. So there we go. And this is Ann's social link. Ann's social link is more about her kind of trying to become a stronger person to kind of help Shiho kind of get back to the way she was, pretty much. It's a pretty... I enjoy it as a social link. It's, you know, her personal story I think is pretty cool and pretty interesting. Oh, shucks. What? Nothing. Main protagonist, I have to do that stuff. It's kind of been nice. I try my best. Yeah, so she also gets this idea that she boosts up, strengthens up her heart. You know, becoming a stronger person will mean that her persona becomes stronger, which it's actually the case, because obviously, with us at least, the more social links we do, the more relationships we form, the stronger our heart becomes in all these areas. And of course that means we can create stronger personas. So of course it kind of makes perfect sense, but it doesn't really work as well with Arn.
Alright.
Oh yeah, we would have started. So she's got a chance to step in with Shadow Negotiation, allowing a retry. Pretty useful for everyone to have that. Yes, we'd already started Arn's social link, I forgot. But yeah, it's pretty much, you start it off, you get to the... No, that's what it was. You get to the first social link rank once you've met her in the dungeon for the second time and she joins the team. And then it's at this point where you can actually start doing her social link and get her up to rank 2 and 3 and beyond. But anyway, that's it for this part of Persona 5. Join me next time for the next part of Persona 5, when we'll be doing more social link stuff. And I think we'll be starting off beginning the Madarame stuff. So I'll see you next time for the next part of Persona 5. See you next time.